Good morning, Wise Tribe. Happy Monday and welcome to Boon Liat Week. I'm here on Outram Road in this well hidden in plain sight location. It's a hub for homeware and you can find all kinds of things here. People know it as a destination for homeware, but do you know what is actually here? Well, I'm here to show you. So we're nestled, if you look behind me, that's actually Tiong Bahru. It's so central. We are nestled here between Tiong Bahru and Great World City. Sorry about the rain clouds, not much I can do about those. But yes, you might recognize this building from the outside. It's quite distinctive. We're going to take a little walk around and explore some of the stores that you can find here, starting today with Ipse Ipsa Ipsum, which if you did Latin at school, like I did, you might remember it means himself, herself, and itself. And it's going back to a tapestry, a combination of people, artisans, designers who make all of the beautiful furniture and homeware that you'll find in here. Now, right behind me, you'll see this little label which says made with passion. That means that this is one of the stores selected by a Singapore initiative, the Prime Minister's office and Tourism Singapore. It's one of the few businesses, I think there are about 48 in total, that are selected as brands who make their wares with passion. So here I am today with Ruchika, who's one of the founders of the store, and we're going to have a little look through today. Okay, here we go. We've got a whole host of really stunning crafts-made, handmade, artisan furniture. Just look at the range in front of you. There are so many stunning and gorgeous items. Really, I could take a step anywhere and have so much to say. I'm going to start with these Inlay Cabinets. There's a beautiful side table. I just love the colours here. It's so unique to find a beautiful combination like that. And Richie was just telling me as I came in about this stunning pattern. The design originated from a story in Singapore about the Pineapple King. You can probably see it now that I've said it. Look at that stunning pattern. You know, just like the Durian King of Singapore, there's apparently a Pineapple King. And that's where the idea for that pattern came. This is the Juchat inlay pattern, which is so unique, so beautiful, so contemporary looking. It's bone inlay. I mean, the quality is fantastic. And it's actually named the Juchat pattern, which is inspired by the folding gates that you will find not just in Juchat, around Singapore, but it's a Singapore story, which is something also that is unique about this store. You'll find items, ideas that are local but transferable to anywhere in the world. Now, this is a brand new collection, the Biome collection. Richie, what's special about this table? Can you tell us?
So we realized people were stuck indoors during the pandemic. Now this table, actually, you have live plants here. So we worked with a microbiologist. How could we incorporate plants as part of the furniture? And this allows you to pretty much have a living furniture.
That's amazing.
So the clay in this is very special because it's an active microbe and it allows the plants to stay alive. You don't need to water it and you don't have the problems of the insects and the mosquitoes.
Fantastic. So it's completely self-sufficient with this special clay that's inside. It's not soil.
Yeah.
And of course they're succulents. So
these are succulents. You can do the indoor ferns. You just need to water it maybe once a month.
Right.
And that's good enough.
That's incredible. That's my kind of plant, I have to say. Tell me a little bit about this other new piece right next to you.
So we call this the Tranquility Chair. Everybody needed a quiet corner, whether it's in the office or at home. So we've got acoustic fabric around it, and that's the height of the piece as well. Wow. So you can sit in there, have your cup of coffee or a glass of wine, do your Zoom calls, look outside. So we've designed it such that you could be looking outside while you're sitting in your space. But then it also has this pattern, so it gives you a feel of the outdoors.
That's so beautiful. I love that it's kind of plain and simple, so it can fit into any kind of surroundings.
Yes.
But it still has that pattern and texture. And it's, acoustic. Wow, I think we could all be doing with something like that in the upcoming weeks. There's going to be a lot of Zoom calls happening and a need for some peace and quiet as well. So we have, as I said, a wide range of furniture and homeware, including these stunning lanterns and lamps. Now, these are actually made, believe it or not, from marine steel, which means that they are built to withstand the Singapore weather that we have here. So you can use them outdoors and they will stay pristine. And actually, I was reading the Google reviews this morning, one of which said, thank you so much for these amazing lanterns because they look exactly as they did on day one, having stayed outside on the balcony for over 2 years, which I think is amazing. But pair with it the fact that it's steel. It also has the rattan, so it has a kind of traditional but contemporary look. It goes back to that craftsmanship, something unique and different and geared towards our Singapore living that we have here. Paired with that, I just want to highlight this beautiful table, which is metal and it's made from recycled aluminium. So imagine a whole heap, a huge heap of Coke cans being melted down and made into this finished table, which would be perfect for outdoor living again. And you can have it in this golden finish too, which is absolutely stunning. I can't get enough of this finish, actually. I wish I had more space in my home. Might have to upgrade to a larger space because it's just fabulous to have a different, unique, it's not so glossy, but still elegant and very usable. You're not going to be worried about the kids bashing into it. It's very usable, but it still looks fantastic. Speaking of which, this is a new product which has come in, and something I think which personifies the style here at Ipse Ipsa Ipsum. It's a rattan coffee table with a very contemporary stand. So you've got the benefit of, chrome, looking lovely, very contemporary, but a lovely traditional colonial kind of feel. So it's a bit more relaxed. And I asked Richie, the very first question that I had about this table was, how do you clean it? Because with a household of kids and, crayons and Ribena out on a daily basis, that would be my first issue. So how do you clean this fantastic piece?
I have 2 young boys.
Yeah.
Well, so the first thing, this is natural rattan, pure glass inlay.
Fantastic.
So it makes it very easy maintenance.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So super easy, super beautiful, contemporary, and that's what I really like. It's a mixture of traditional with contemporary. I said to Richie as I walked in, I'm so glad that I came across this store because it's kind of the store that you feel you always wanted and never saw before in Singapore. There's so much here to look at. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to go and show you something quite unique and unusual here. Dining tables. Now, the materials that are used here at Ipse Ipsa Ipsum are quality and premium. So this is an example of a semi-precious stone. It's agate, is that right?
This is agate.
Yes.
This is grey agate, and you can see the natural stone. If I shine a light underneath.
Yes, please.
There you go. You can see how.
You can see the natural pattern.
Yep.
It's so beautiful, and to the feel, obviously it's been smoothed and polished. It's just so beautiful to sit at. And again, you've got the contemporary kind of stand. I don't know if you can see that underneath. Chrome legs. Everything's finished to perfection. So Sam and Richie also employ design thinking in all of their products. This is not an import-export business. These are pieces that have been designed, considered, aside from aesthetics, it's all about usability as well. A very, very beautiful and unique range. is the bone inlay. Now, there are several businesses that do bone inlay in Singapore. This is something quite different. How stunning is that? Hello, everybody. I am in the mirror. It rotates, and this goes back to Singapore stories. Would you like to tell us, Richie?
Exactly. So the design is definitely Peranakan, but at the same time, we heard there's a local superstition. You sleep with the mirror facing you and it'll capture your soul. So we said, sure, let's just turn it around at night and you still have a beautiful thing.
Yes, it's so beautiful. I really wouldn't mind having that in my bedroom at all. And actually, it's very difficult to find freestanding mirrors in Singapore. So this is definitely a stunning option.
And you can customize this to any of the inlay patterns we have. So these Kyong set tables, you could actually do a blue, you could do this one, and that's up to you how you customize or personalize it.
Yes, I'm going to show you another mirror in another inlay pattern. I'm just going to pan and show you again that Juchat pattern that I showed you at the entrance is here on a dining table. You can mix and match, you can pick and choose. This is another example of that Peranakan mirror. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? So there are bedroom accessories. You can see this dressing table. There are beds. You can also order a customized headboard in the inlay finish, which I just think would be absolutely stunning. Bedside tables, mirrors, cabinets. These are all finished to a very high and exacting standard. Before I leave this bedroom section, I just want to marvel over this sideboard here, which is so elegant and beautiful. Use it in any room in the house. But one of the best things about this store is the customization options. You can choose inlay, you can choose stone, you can choose leather. So this is the creation table where we have samples for you to choose from. Tell us a little bit about how it works. If I decide that I'd like to have a dining table and a particular sample, what's the process?
Okay, so you can choose the styles we have on our website. You can go on the website or be at the store.
Yep.
Let's say your space is a bit more monochrome.
Yep.
You may want to go for the steel finish, or
Okay.
we also do different like black nickel finishes.
Lovely.
So you can choose some of the metal finishes.
Yes.
Now, if you wanted to add a pop of color, you could do it with some of the inlays, or choose the stones.
Yes.
As I showed the grey agate, we have white quartz to keep it neutral.
Yes.
So several stones to choose from, handcrafted brass sheet.
Beautiful.
So several things. I mean, this is a leaf pattern made from bone. So
Wow.
very contemporary look, but at the same time using craftsmanship.
And timeless, right? It's contemporary, but it's not fashion, it's not trend. It's actually very classic and timeless.
Yes, and that's up to you how you mix it up
Yes.
to your style.
Yes.
For leathers, we use it for our upholsteries, like this bench over here. This is done in a very nice powder blue leather. It's hide. So we only use natural leather or hides.
Wow, that's
you
lovely.
could also choose from the collection which we have here.
Yeah.
I mean, go a bit wild, go a bit more neutral.
Yes.
Like the shagreen cell.
And this is how it looks with the leather-clad furniture. So there are several pieces in store which you can have a look at how that leather is applied. And it's quite unique, it's quite unusual to find that kind of high level of finish and craftsmanship on something that is bespoke.
I think I'll show you here also on our website. If you were, for instance, to go and look, you were looking for dining tables.
Yes.
You could go into one of our dining tables.
Yeah.
And here we have a customizer. So you can choose the size you need. Maybe you're looking for a 10-seater, 200 by 100.
Okay.
And this is a bone inlay design.
Yes.
But you say, no, I need something light and I need it in rose quartz.
Oh, wow,
So
look
it
at
actually
that.
allows you to
Just
view the item.
change at the click of a button. And here you go one step further as well, because you can do 3D virtual reality
Exactly. So
kind
this
of in
is-
situ.
So let's say you had chosen those Armenian tables.
Yes.
What you can do is on the website, choose the item, and then it will place the item in your space. If you were concerned, how does this look with my white couch?
Absolutely.
It actually shows you.
That's incredible. I love that. It's so hard to visualize, and it's so hard to, like you say, place it with your existing furniture and just imagine. Dimensions is one thing, spatial awareness is going out of the window with all of our use of computers all the time, you know. So this is fantastic to be able to really visualize literally how it will look.
It's great when you need to send a picture to the husband and say, this is what it would look like.
And this is what we're going to do, absolutely. So I'm going to, now that you mentioned the couch and the white couch and how it would look, I'm going to talk about the couch which is here, which is actually one of my favorite pieces, despite all of the beautiful inlay pieces that we've just been talking about. This is a silent stunner. It's a plain couch. What is super special about it is the filling, which is goose and down. Oh, you just sink into it as soon as you sit down. The dimensions are fantastic. It's nice and deep. It's also made, when you touch it, from an organic raw cotton. And it's a traditional fabric which is used in India called khadi. It is made with a hand loom. So it's spun by hand, and these are some of the samples that you can choose. So you've got a kind of an ecru at the bottom there. You've got a white, a beige, you've got a blue. So these beautifully kind of hand-dyed natural colours with an organic cotton. And what's great is it's also modular. It comes with these options for customization, so you can choose how you want it. It's kind of the perfect couch. You can extend it with sections, you can add corners, you've got this fantastic ottoman. So although there are not so many couches to choose from in this store, you can't go wrong with this one, and that's why you don't need to look at so many. This is a new piece. It is looking like bamboo, but interestingly it's actually bone. It's rounded pieces of bone, so it's super long lasting. And as I tested it earlier, I was thrilled to see Richie was saying that usually their interiors are suede lined and they have this beautiful soft closure, and that's what I was mentioning earlier. It's all about the finishing details. It's all about the consideration of how things are in your home. I'm going to travel to this most beautiful and luxurious corner. You may recognize this lamp from the poster of Crazy Rich Asians, because some of the pieces that were featured in the movie were actually from this store. Just a little bit of a promo of the kind of level of finish, again, style, contemporary, traditional, very well made, very well done. There are so many different types of pieces that you will find, aside from the large pieces of furniture which we've talked about. There are also smaller home and decor pieces, and as you can see here, there's a poster of one of the artisans which they work very closely with to make all of these pieces unique. So each one's made by hand, each one has been considered, all of the details they get just right. They really want to make everything as nice as possible for you to have in your home at the end of the day. That's what it's about. It's about home comfort with style. I'm going to talk about this beautiful piece of homeware furnishing accessory which you can get here, which again goes back to Singapore style, Singapore stories. This is modelled on a leaf which Sam, one of the other founders, found on his morning walk in Fort Canning. He brought it home, made a wax relief and turned it into a brass, I mean, you can use it as anything. It's a decoration piece, it can hold flowers. It's just a stunning piece of Singapore that's very unique, very unusual for your home. So that brings us back to where we started, with beautiful, handmade by artisans, contemporary luxe furniture and homeware from Ipse Ipsa Ipsum. Tan Boon Liat Week is brought to you by Willow Mattress. There will be a big competition at the end of the week on the weekend, so please join us every day as we take you to some of the other stores in this maze known as Tan Boon Liat building and demystify and show you what is here. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Have a good Monday, everyone.